the stand-up podcast. What are some that you may have taken from that?
Oh, geez. So
now, for everybody that's listening, though, so small business stand-up, well, basically what we're on right now. But normally we do this on Tuesdays. We have a gamut of people on there. We just talk about topics. What are some that you may have taken away from that for being on the show?
I've taken a lot. I would say one of my favorite moments was the discussion we had about Claude Anderson, and in that video, that entire discussion was just so eye-opening for me, because it was me talking about a lot of different things that I kind of thought, but I never had the opportunity to have that conversation. So that was one thing that I took away. This is a platform that is just so all encompassing, right? Because it's not just real estate. It's not just marketing. It's a little bit of everything. So what I've taken away from it is just more information about all of these different topics. Again, being able to build connections with people. Sheila, Danielle, they're also on that podcast. They are amazing and beautiful minds. I've learned so much from their feedback on it, because it's not something where it's just a sounding board, right? Like where it's just one person talking. It's a true discussion, and everybody adds something to the conversation. So I would say I learned something every time I'm on it, and every time I watch it, because I do go back and I watch ones even if I'm not on there. But that Dr. Claude Anderson one, that one was fire. That one was
we learn a lot when you come on, man. You drop some dimes. I think I was like, okay, that was a mic drop. Every time you say something, we're doing this mic drop.
I love it though. I love it. Like, it's been so long since I've been able to do this. I adore doing this, like being able to talk to people about, topics of interest as a broad term, from the political to the social to marketing to business. I love that. And I love that you have created a platform for that. And I am so honored to be a part of that. So thank you. Thank you for that, because, it is important. It's conversations that need to be had. These are perspectives that people need to hear. And, even though people are starting to kind of wake up and starting to ask some of these questions, I think you do a beautiful job in the way that you've put this together. So thank you for that.
Oh man, I appreciate that. You make my head got bigger than it really is, man. So listen, this I knew having you on the podcast today was gonna be dope. It's definitely gonna be dope. And I know it's some people who's gonna listen to this and be like, okay, it's time for me to leave this job. You know what I'm saying? But my advice to a lot of people that's out there that's gonna listen to this, man, it's important. It's a couple things that she said before she left. She said first, she has money saved up. Right. She has some money saved up. Second, she wasn't gonna let that job basically take her peace away from her. Right. And towards the end of that, even though she put her 2 weeks notice in, she didn't have nobody in mind as far as who's going to, use her services or whatever the case is. But before she left, because of the stuff that she did while she's at this company, the reputations she built up throughout the company, throughout the customers, the whole nine, by the time she was able to walk away from this, she was making more money than she would have been making working at this company. Now, that's hustling even when you think nobody's listening. Or nobody's watching, right? What you do to the least of the people, it show you who you really are. So my thing is, go hard at your job. I know you're working for somebody else, and maybe not getting paid what you think you should be getting paid. Still do your very best, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. I have guys